Get ready to dive into the wild ride that was England's Tudor dynasty. These game changers catapulted a medieval mess to global powerhouse status, and boy did they stir up drama. Like Henry VI's infamous divorce was sparking religious chaos that lasted long after he said "I do" or "I don't." But it wasn't all about power struggles. The Tudors were also part of Europe's cultural awakening during the Renaissance, marking a major shift into modern history. Join us at Crazy Stuff as we dig up some jaw-dropping archaeological finds that will change how you see this iconic period. Get ready to uncover a royal secret. Imagine the heart of London hiding an epic tale buried for centuries. That's exactly what happened when archaeologists dug up the remnants of Whitehall Palace in 2012. It was Europe's largest palace back in the day. Built by the infamous Henry V in the 1500s, this majestic complex along the Thames River boasted stunning gardens and courtyards. But a devastating fire in 1698 reduced it to ashes, leaving behind just whispers of its former grandeur. Today, with each new discovery, we're piecing together the mesmerizing story of the lost palace of Whitehall. Get ready to dive into England's rich history. Hampton Court Palace was the epicenter of power where Henry VIII ruled with his 6 wives by his side. Over time, subsequent monarchs like Elizabeth and James added their own touch. But it wasn't until Charles I took over in the early 1600s that this palace truly shone, reflecting the grandeur of the Stuart dynasty. But, just like any crown jewel, Hampton Court Palace wasn't immune to threats. Fire was a constant danger lurking in its historic halls. Fasten your seatbelts, history fans. You won't believe what happened next in this epic tale of a palace that refused to stay standing. In 1611, disaster struck when flames engulfed the palace, leaving a massive part of it smoldering and destroyed. The royal rebuild was short-lived though, as another devastating fire ravaged the halls just over 7 decades later in 1691. But these 2 fires were only a warm-up for the ultimate blaze that turned this palace into a pile of ashes, a catastrophic inferno in 1698, so fierce it melted its very roof and crumbled walls to dust. After that, all that remained was a forgotten relic of the past, buried under centuries of rubble, waiting for us to uncover its secrets. Get ready to uncover the secrets of the majestic lost palace of Whitehall. In recent years, archaeologists have been digging in, unearthing its hidden treasures like the palace's ancient foundations and lush garden ruins, complete with an epic maze and sparkling fountains. But that's not all. They've also stumbled upon jaw-dropping artifacts, revealing a world of extravagance where exotic beasts like lions, tigers, and elephants roamed free in kings through mind-blowing feasts, leaving behind a trail of stunning pottery, glassware. And get this? Archaeologists digging at Hampton Court Palace unearthed a stunning find that's got fashion historians going wild. They discovered the remnants of the palace's main buildings, the privy chamber where secrets were kept, the presence chamber where Henry V held court, and the grand hall where lavish parties went down. But what really stole the show was this gorgeous, one-of-a-kind dress believed to have been worn by Anne Boleyn herself, Henry's fiery second wife. The dress is an absolute masterpiece, crafted with the finest silk and linen and adorned in dazzling gold thread and pearls. And here's the amazing part, despite being over 4 centuries old, it still looks drop-dead gorgeous. Now, let's dive deeper into the mysterious life of this stunning gown. Could it hold clues about Anne Boleyn's infamous execution? We know it was crafted during her reign of power in the early 1530s, when she was the queen bee at court, literally. Maybe she rocked this fabulous frock to royal gatherings or high-profile events that were totally in vogue back then. Just look at those luxurious details, gold lace trimming and pearls expertly sewn into the seams. This dress is a total showstopper, with its fitted bodice giving way to a full, flowing skirt. Talk about making an entrance. Get ready to unravel the mystery. The stunning dress we're talking about has given us an exclusive peek into the extravagant world of Tudor fashion. But here's the thing, its connection to Anne Boleyn, one of England's most infamous queens, is not as clear-cut as you'd think. Some historians are throwing cold water on the idea that it was actually worn by Anne, saying it looks too good to be true for someone who met a tragic end back in 1536. They think it might have been tailor-made for a later Tudor queen instead. But others are standing firm, convinced this is the real deal and a priceless piece of Tudor history, putting us one step closer to understanding the life and times of the captivating Anne Boleyn. Get ready to dive into history with an epic tale. In the early 16th century, Henry VIII commissioned a beast of a warship called the Mary Rose, a real game-changer in the English fleet. This mighty vessel helped secure a major victory at the Battle of the Solent in 45, but its reign was short-lived. Just months later, it met its watery doom during a storm. Fast forward to 1982, when this incredible piece of history rose from the depths once more and found its forever home in Portsmouth's museum. The Mary Rose is an archaeological sensation, offering us a treasure trove of insights into Tudor shipbuilding and warfare. Essentially, it's a time capsule that's giving us a glimpse of life 500 years ago. Imagine being part of an epic 12-year mission keeping a centuries-old ship from shattering into pieces. To prevent it from cracking and crumbling, conservators sprayed it with super cool mist for over a decade. But they didn't stop there. From 94 to 2013, they unleashed polyethylene glycol magic which seeped deep inside the wood, providing a supportive boost from within. Meanwhile, a special biocide warrior killed off the pesky water-loving microorganisms devouring the ship's timbers. Now, you might spot a white film on those timbers. That's PEG's signature, left behind by the massive dehumidifier action sucking out tons of excess moisture since 2013, finally stabilizing this historic hull for the long haul. Get ready for some explosive history. On November 5th, we're celebrating the day that went up in flames, literally. Back in 1605, a group of radical Catholics hatched a deadly plan to wipe out King James I and the whole Protestant government by blowing up the Houses of Parliament. But these plotters didn't count on one man's vigilance, Guy Fawkes, who was caught red-handed guarding a stash of gunpowder in the underground cellars. It was a plot that would change British history forever. Get ready to uncover more secrets about the infamous gunpowder plot. You might have seen it in movies like V for Vendetta, but there's still so much mystery surrounding this pivotal moment in English history. Well, archaeologists and historians have been digging deeper, and their recent finds are blowing the lid off the plot. Literally, they've pinpointed the exact location of the gunpowder store's original site, hidden beneath the humble cellar of St. Get ready for more explosive findings. You guys knew Mary Undercroft, right next to Parliament, was hiding a secret cellar since 2014 when it was unearthed by archaeologists. They uncovered not just gunpowder barrels but also cool relics linked to that infamous plot. Fast forward to 2015, and historians struck gold again with a document revealing the identity of one of the plotters. Meet Thomas Winter, a Catholic gentleman with ties to the underground movement. Buckle up, guys. We just uncovered a mind-blowing secret about the gunpowder plot and its players. One of the key figures was hiding in plain sight, but we didn't know until now. As researchers dig deeper, they're piecing together a more detailed picture of this explosive event that shook England to its core. The more we learn, the more questions we have. But that's what makes history so thrilling. There's always another layer to uncover. Thanks for joining the Crazy Stuff crew on this wild ride through time. What's next for our historical journey? Let us know by dropping a comment below with your favorite dynasty we haven't explored yet. Don't forget, you can also hit that like button, share the knowledge with friends. Become part of our community by subscribing, and switch on those notification bells to stay ahead of the curve. New epic videos are just around the corner.